I am woman, I am fearless, I am sexy, I'm divine, I'm unbeatable, I'm creative, honey, you can get it in life.
Well, hello guys, welcome back. My name is Pel Mutabani. How you guys doing? As always, please let me take this minute to appreciate my new subbies. Thank you guys very, very much. And to my existing subbies, I really appreciate your continued support. So we're still here, guys, on these court streets. We are seeing the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial still ongoing and unpacking the alleged confessions by accused number 1 and number 2. So we've seen at some point the defense questioning why the accused was booked out of his cell for almost 17 hours, right? Before he was taken for a confession. Sergeant Mohani, who is currently on the stand, on the witness stand, alleges that since the accused number 2 had said he was at work on the day in question, they booked him out of the cell so he could take them to the mine, I guess, to go and verify his whereabouts on that day with Brigadier Gininda. And when they got there, the HR department confirmed that accused number 2 was indeed not at work on the 20th of October 2014. But then leading to the question of why accused had to take the investigating officers to the mines, the defense pointed out that the shooting happened in 2014, right? But the accused was arrested in 2020, which is 6 years later. And as part of establishing his whereabouts on the day of the shooting, the police had asked him where he was on the 20th of October 2014. Firstly, while one might have to understand or would have to understand this is a standard police question, who still remembers where they were on any specific date 6 years ago? Really? Well, I guess it's different when you live a life of crime, maybe. Yeah, you'd probably remember if you, at some point, you buzzed into somebody's house and you ended up shooting them. I'm sure that you remember that, right? Yeah, but honestly, when asking an accused person that question, are you really expecting a truthful answer? I don't know. And I don't even think it will be because somebody will be trying to intentionally lie to you. They most likely won't even remember. They most likely won't even know. Their memory will likely not to be that clear unless they just happen to have shot somebody on that day. That one you would remember. If you shot someone, you'll remember where you were. I mean, I struggle to even remember where I was on any specific date just last year. I can probably account for my birthday, where I was. The rest I wouldn't know. But my point is this, guys. His failure to account for his whereabouts 6 years ago may just be something to be expected. It's not humanly possible to have a memory that sharp, to retain all that detail. Unless, of course, he was there at the house and he happened to just shoot somebody. Then that part he will remember. But then again, there was also a Constable Zungu who remembered that day to some very, very supernatural degree. The man even remembered the times that he got to False Laura's and they went to buy drinks, they partied, they did, they that. The man remembered that day with some impressive detail. Because while accused was here saying he was at work, and the HR department was saying, no, you were not at work, mister, Zungu said he was with him at the False Laura's hostel and they were having a ball. They were partying and drinking and doing all sorts of things. So apparently after the accused and the officers that took him to the mine left the mine, the accused then asked to speak to Gininda. Apparently he wanted to tell the truth. And that's when Gininda at that point started making arrangements for the accused's confession to be taken. I felt like it was still not coming together quite seamlessly there, because it seemed too convenient that as soon as the accused's employer confirmed that he was not at work that day, soon after that, the accused wanted to confess. But when the accused was arrested, it wasn't even in connection to the shooting of Meyiwa. It's not very clear as to at what point did it become about this case, from arresting him for something else to a point where he ended up wanting to confess to a murder. Even accused number one, Muzisibiya, his rap sheet was read to the court to show that he was arrested for possession of firearms and drugs. So likewise, I'm still trying to get to a part where they both now confess to a murder. I'm trying to find that missing link. I mean, to the extent that these two are criminals, that part is very clear. The police has shown enough to that extent. These two men are criminals. They've been arrested several times on different charges. But it's not landing quite nicely as to when did it now become about Senzo Meyiwa? Was it after Zungu placed them in forced Lores on that day? Because he did share those details with Brigadier Geninda. After they partied and whatnot, he did share that with Geninda, who is apparently the head of the investigating unit. So, wow, it's like we're in a maze. The law itself is very complicated enough. Now, imagine throwing in some external, even more complicating factors, like lies and corrupt individuals within the system. No wonder some of these cases end up in the cold case unit and they take 10 years to figure out. Like, how do you have somebody who at some point denied being involved in a shooting? As it's allegedly the case with accused number two, he had denied at some point being involved in the shooting. Then he turns around and opts to confess. But the police deny having anything to do with the accused wanting to confess. They didn't put him under any kind of duress. I mean, apparently Bongani, the accused number two, he even he told his defense team, his defense lawyer, that on the day that he was booked out for that many hours, he wasn't even given food. But Sergeant Mukhani said they shared everything that they had with him. They shared their food with him. Yeah, that's it sounded too good to be true. Like I can imagine the policeman and the accused person sitting down and breaking bread. Yeah, he said they even bought him KFC. It's a lot of mixed stories. Some of the things you can even see that I can't even imagine this. But yeah, there it is, guys. This trial within a trial, it is still ongoing. And hopefully sooner rather than later, we can hear from the head of the investigating unit, this Brigadier Geninda. His testimony, if it doesn't further confuse us, it should be able to help us piece up some things. Well, there you go, guys. I really appreciate your time. Please remember to engage in the comment section down below, like and subscribe. I'll see you again very soon.